What's going on, everybody? It's Jay here from Nerd Takes, and today I wanted to give you my take on some pretty unexpected news we got from Marvel at San Diego Comic Con. So, the big news we got that's created some instant buzz among fans is that Robert Downey Jr. will be returning to the MCU for the next Avengers movie, but this time he'll be wearing a new mask as he plays Victor Von Doom, aka Doctor Doom. And yes, you did hear me right. He's coming back to play Doctor Doom in what's currently being called Avengers Doomsday, which will be the first of two Avengers movies directed by the Russo brothers, who are also making their return to the MCU. This surprise announcement was made live at San Diego Comic Con, where the Russo brothers stood in front of multiple people wearing Doctor Doom outfits, where they then stated that there's only one person who can play Victor Von Doom. Then, from the back of the crowd of people in Doctor Doom costumes, one individual stepped forward, took off his mask, and revealed himself to be none other than Robert Downey Jr. From the very short clip of all this that's floating around the internet, the crowd obviously goes wild for the reveal. And then you can hear Robert Downey Jr. state something to the effect of loving to play complicated characters. Now, I'm going to be totally honest here. This completely took me by surprise. I've always felt that one day we'd see Robert Downey Jr. back in the MCU through some sort of multiversal happenings, but I never thought it would be this soon, and I certainly never thought it would be to play any character other than Tony Stark, never mind playing Victor Von Doom. The first thought that came to mind after the shock of the announcement wore off was how. How exactly are they going to make this work? Obviously, the multiverse, however overused it may be, can explain away the return of an actor and having him in a different role. But story wise, how do they make fans buy this? Having such an iconic actor who's so greatly remembered in the equally iconic role of Tony Stark and Iron Man come back as not only a different character, but a major villain, that's something that I have no idea how they're going to write it in a way that fans will accept. And with that in mind, given the way that Marvel's written and created their movies and streaming service shows for the last few years, I really don't have much faith in their ability to do this in a way that works. However, with that said, there are people involved in this project that I trust significantly more than I do Marvel or Disney, and that's the Russo brothers themselves and Robert Downey Jr. I have a hard time believing that any of the three would be returning to the MCU if they didn't have a really good creative reason to. All three left the franchise after Endgame and certainly weren't expected to be back so soon. Now, they never said that they wouldn't return. In fact, the Russos made it clear that they were stepping away for now, as they put it, while always expressing that they would love to return someday for a Secret Wars film, which is actually something I talked about in another video I did recently, so feel free to check that out if you'd like. And Robert Downey Jr., as far as I'm aware at least, was never really committed to a return or not in terms of the MCU. And forgive me if that's incorrect and he had made a more committed statement on the matter. One just doesn't come to mind as I'm making this video. But regardless, to see that they're back this soon and back in this way is definitely shocking to me. The second thought that comes to mind on this is, are they making the right call? Now, don't get me wrong, the announcement itself is exciting and I understand all the buzz around it, but part of me does wonder if they would be better off casting somebody else for this role. As I said earlier, I think doing this in a way that fans will buy is a difficult enough task as it is. But then there's the question of, is this the best way to introduce this character into the MCU and tell a Doctor Doom story? And you have to wonder, will the casting of the actor playing him overshadow the story that you want to tell with him? I'm not really sure. This is something we're going to have to just wait and see to find out. But with all that said, this is obviously an exciting announcement. This gives me a small bit of hope that Marvel is aware of the poor quality the MCU has been delivering for the majority of phases 4 and 5, and that they do want to correct their course and get back to what worked so well in the first three phases. But at this point in time, I have to say that they just don't have my faith in them yet. However, the Russos and Robert Downey Jr. do, so I am cautiously optimistic. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll be back again soon.